At present, my view counter on Sportskeeda stands at 108 million views. Earlier this year, I crossed that elusive milestone of 100 million views, shortly after completing 3 years in Sportskeeda. The following video will basically be a rundown of my 3-year journey from a junior analyst to a featured columnist in Sportskeeda, and will highlight the key moments that led to me achieving 100 million views. It all began on February 20, 2019. It had been about 5 months since I had left Bank of Maharashtra and was looking to start afresh. I was scrolling through Google and luckily stumbled upon Sportskeeda. The company was allowing budding writers to showcase their skills directly to a large audience of millions across the globe. No interview or screening process was needed back then. All I had to do was simply make an account, start writing WWE articles, and hope that they were good enough to get cleared by the editors. That evening, I wrote 2 articles and submitted both of them. One was an opinion piece on why Kofi Kingston needed to be given a WWE title shot at WrestleMania 35, and the other was a 5-page listicle on why the triple threat women's title match deserved to headline WrestleMania 35. I checked the site next morning and was elated to see that both articles had been published. The first one got 2.37k reads, while the other got 5.52k reads. This site encouraged me to write more, and I made it a point to write 4 articles every single day. About 2 weeks later, one of the editors sent my article back and told me to make some changes to it. He also provided his email address and asked me to contact him if I had any queries. Although I didn't have any queries at that time, I decided to send him an email anyway, just so that I could get in touch with him and get some guidance on writing better articles. Back then, I rarely used to open my Gmail app. Upon opening my Gmail, I was shocked to see that the editor had sent me an email about a week ago, which was a week after I had started writing for Sportskeeda. In the email, he had asked me if I wanted to join WWE's official writing team in Sportskeeda. I immediately replied with a resounding yes. I had been an ardent WWE fan for about 20 years at that point, and getting handsomely paid to write about it by one of the biggest sports news media outlets on the planet was like a dream come true for me. Thus, I officially joined Sportskeeda's WWE department, and my first news piece was about Drew McIntyre sending a warning to Seth Rollins, which bagged about 4,000 views. My WWE journalism journey had officially kicked off, and it had been a long time since I was genuinely excited to work and earn money in the process. Over the next 3 years or so, I wrote more than 5,000 articles, news, rumors, and listicles. I was fortunate enough to interview the likes of Angry Miss Girl, Brendan Cobbina aka Black John Cena, and Noam Dar. As I kept writing on a regular basis, my view counter steadily kept rising. On April 23, 2019, I wrote my first article that crossed 100k views, an opinion piece on why Bobby Roode was repackaged as Robert Roode. The pandemic brought us a massive amount of views, as people had plenty of free time to check out our site and read the stuff that we wrote. During the peak of the pandemic in mid-2020, I wrote 2 of my highest viewed articles. The first one crossed 1 million views in June, while the other almost crossed 2 million views in July. I kept keeping tab of my Sportskeeda milestones on my Instagram page. It still has highlights up featuring milestones of 1 million, 25 million, 50 million, 75 million, and finally 100 million views. There's honestly no better feeling than seeing your news piece being read by millions of people across the globe. What trumps that feeling is the realization that your stuff was viewed over 100 million times by WWE fans. Now that I've crossed this incredible milestone, I'm looking forward to writing more quality content for Sportskeeda and achieving more such goals in the distant future.